Hello everyone, welcome to Cards and Coffee, Wednesday at noon. We are starting out with our very first Christmas card of the year, if you can believe that. But I am going to be using this brand new stamp set called Cottage Wreaths because I love wreaths a lot. And they took away one of my favorite ones when they retired the old catalog. So I was really excited to see this in the new mini catalog. And the reason I love it also is that it's not just for Christmas. So you've got spiders for like Halloween and it says boo. And then you've got all these different types of foliage on here for like grateful for the fall. There's an acorn, all sorts of different stuff. So it's not only for Christmas, although obviously wreaths, Merry Christmas, you can use it for that as well. There's a nice bow here, but I'm going to show you how to make a very simple Christmas card that might just kind of start getting your ideas going for what you want to do in the fall. This desk is a disaster. I really need to get, I've got all this glue and ink everywhere, but that's what crafting does, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to use 3 stamps out of there today. We're just going to use the bigger wreath, the little berries, and the Merry Christmas. And the colors we're using today are Old Olive, Real Red, and Early Espresso. So what I have here is a piece of Old Olive cardstock, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm in the camera here with you all today, because let me move up a little bit. There we go. This is Old Olive. It measures 8.5 by 5.5. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half to make a card base. And we've got this, and our card today is going to go horizontal. I don't tend to do a lot of horizontal cards, but for no real apparent reason, I'm not sure. It's just not my first inkling. Now this paper actually is from a designer series paper that was available in last year's mini catalog, and it carried over to this year. And it has all sort of different kind of Christmassy designs. And it's called Painted Christmas, 12 by 12 designer series paper. And it's in the annual catalog, not in the mini, but it has all of these beautiful sort of berries and leaves, and then on the back, of course, in true Stampin' Up! Styles, are more monochromatic kind of patterns and styles. So anyways, it's really pretty, and we're going to go today with just the plain red, and this is in, the colors in here are Real Red and Cherry Cobbler. So that's the colors that are on today's paper. Let me get this going here, and I'm going to stick this kind of almost, I think, right in the middle. Not quite in the middle, but pretty close to the middle, maybe slightly towards the bottom. Just like that. I'm going to set this aside and let's do some stamping. So I have a piece of basic white here, and I believe I cut this at 3 by 3. Yes, 3 by 3. So we're going to start with the Old Olive today. And this is a real simple card. And as you know, here at Cards and Coffee, Wednesdays at noon, we do simple cards that we can make in 15 minutes or less. So the idea is just to keep it simple, but show you that you can make really beautiful things without a whole lot of fuss. Now it's just a little bit difficult for me to see because I don't want to put my head in the camera. So we'll hope we're kind of in the middle here. Yeah, we're pretty good. So this is a distinctive stamp, and what that means is you're going to get all these different variations of color with just a single stamp. You don't have to stamp twice. You don't have to go in multiple times to get the different colors. It does all of the work for you. So it's really pretty if you can see that here, how we've got the 2 different colors. It sort of looks like we've stamped off for the lighter Old Olive and then the darker in the front. So really, really nice. Really nice and really easy to make cards with. Okay, now let's get our little berries here. And we're going to just tap, 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 and I'm just going to add a few berries like this, just stamping right over top, just like that. Okay, and that's all we're going to do with our red little berries. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's pretty. And the last thing we're going to do is stamp a sentiment. I have a small piece of crumb cake cardstock here. Normally I would leave it a little bit bigger and then just cut it down to size after I stamp it, but just for our purposes today on Cards and Coffee, I've kind of already given it a little bit of a cut here. So I'm going to do Merry Christmas on there, and I am going to just trim down the top so that it's the width that I want it to be. So you can always start out with a longer or a bigger piece and then just trim it down if you're finding it difficult to kind of get it into the middle of such a small piece. I totally understand that. Okay, let's put our card together. Like, honestly, people, this is super, super easy today. I've got a piece of real red here, and it measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And that is our layer here for our piece of white. And I'm going to just add a little bit of liquid glue to the back. And lay that down like this. And then this is going to go on the card front like this. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use dimensionals, because dimensionals are just a really easy way to add a little something extra to your card. And I got something on the corner there, but that's okay. Actually, if I put that, I'm going to go like this, because I'm going to put my sentiment over here, and then it's not going to cover any of my berries. I think I'm just going to stick this on just flat on our card. Just keep it kind of simple. You could use dimensionals to put this on if you wanted to. I think I'm going to just stick it on straight like that. And I'm just centering this on the card from top to bottom, and then leaving a little bit further over to the left-hand side of the card. Now we're going to go ahead and put this Merry Christmas on, and I am going to use dimensionals for that. You could add some ribbon to this or some gems, of course, if you wanted to. I don't have right now any of those red Christmas gems. And I wish I did, but I don't. But that would look really pretty on here. Okay, and we're going to just put this on here kind of like this. Just like that. See how easy that card came together? And it's all because of the distinctive stamps in the stamp set. So it's really, really easy to get sort of really definition and details on your cards without a whole lot of work. So if you love this card, this is the stamp set you need to be looking for in the mini catalog. And if you did not receive the mini catalog, you have a couple options. You can, 1, just send me a message, or 2, go to my blog, which is www.sarahlynstamps.com, and look for, I think it's under the shop now, there's a link to all the catalogs. You can go there and download all of the catalogs and take a look at them. The one thing I want to mention to you right now is that it is celebration season. So for those of you who have been around for a while, celebration is a time of year, twice a year now for Stampin' Up. Now it's for July and August. With every $60 that you spend before tax and shipping, you get to choose a free item out of this catalog. So there are so many beautiful things to look at in here. I did go through this catalog at one of my, at the mystery stamping, I guess. If you were there, you would have maybe seen some of the stuff that's inside of this that you get for free. So take a look through here. And so if this is on your list, grab this, grab something free out of the celebration catalog, and you can do that all at my online store. Again, go to my blog at www.sarahlynstamps.com, and all the links are there for you. If you have any questions about dimensions, I will put this up on my blog probably tomorrow with all of the cutting instructions for you. And happy stamping. Thank you for joining me today. If you're here with me, have a lovely day. Bye.